Turning back to that hurricane in Florida. Wow, it's just heading right in right now, right?
Absolutely. It's definitely one of the most interesting weather stories that we've got really all across the country. But here at home, we have a completely different situation happening. In fact, our trackers were out yesterday, including Jim Gardner and Bob Mills, Sky News 9. And this is some fire video. It's just been so dry. It's also been a little windy at times, and it's been unseasonably warm as well. So this particular fire was in Lincoln County, right around Chandler. And yeah, lots and lots of those cedar trees just going up in flames, unfortunately. And we could still see more fires, really, not only today, but this is going to be our trend through the next week and a half at least. Let's go ahead and go to links 1. I'm going to show you kind of what's going on right now. So what we're doing is looking at our infrared, and earlier we were seeing that black spot in far western Canadian County, but luckily it looks like they got that fire out pretty quickly. But we're going to continue to monitor this throughout the day. Burn bans, we've added a couple of counties. We've added Cimarron County, of course, we've got Dewey County in western Oklahoma, but lots of eastern Oklahoma completely under a burn ban. Lots of sunshine, though. This is our Guthrie camera for our Pike Pass Sky Cam network. It's 81 degrees. We've got a southwest wind right now at 9 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s across the northwest, but we already have some upper 80s and low 90s. In southwest Oklahoma with the south wind anywhere between about 10 to 25 miles an hour. A weak boundary to the north and west, really just providing a little bit of a wind shift. So that wind coming in out of the north and northeast between 10 to 20 in western Oklahoma. And like I said, it is really dry out there. We've got humidity values in the 20s and the 30s. And so just with that being said, the fire threat is going to be on the higher side, not only today, but it will likely worsen over the next week or so. So there's just not a whole lot going on over the central and southern plains. Everything that's interesting is really taking place over Florida. And this is not good news for Florida as well. Right now, it is still a hurricane category 4 with wind gusts over 200 miles an hour at times. And you can see that it's just kind of slowly meandering to the north, trying to make landfall with a couple of tornado warnings as well. Obviously, lots of hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings, just warnings all over the place. So we're going to continue to track this as it continues to make landfall this afternoon. Right now, again, a category 4 wind sustained at 155 miles an hour. If it were to reach 157, that would make it a category 5. So here's the track. Now, once it does officially make landfall, eventually it should start to weaken, but that's not going to be the end of the problems. Not only are we looking at the storm surge, which could be anywhere from 12 to 15 feet inland, but now we're talking about adding just a ton of rain on top of that. So we're looking at anywhere from just 6 to maybe 14 inches of rain, 17 inches of rain, 20 inches of rain, especially on the west coast of Florida as it slowly moves to the north and east. And those were some of the wind gusts that we've currently got. Andrew, if you can go ahead and press the play button on that particular video. There we go. So this is Fort Myers Beach, and just look at the storm surge. It's already taking place. The cars, they're just kind of floating about there, and lots of houses are going to be just completely destroyed, honestly, with all of this water and the wind that is still yet to come. So this particular video really caught my eye from earlier. Look at this, is also from Fort Myers Beach. Look at these people playing in the water, okay? Look at the waves, and eventually one of them gets swept under, goes on the other side of the bridge. This is completely dangerous. I have no idea why. You would think they've got to be on drugs, right? If they're out there doing that sort of thing. There's just no reason to be out there doing that. Today, though, 91 degrees in Oklahoma City, mid-80s across the north and the west, and then overnight tonight under clear skies, temperatures in the mid and upper 50s. So a pretty pleasant start to tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, not as bad, 82 degrees in Oklahoma City. 82 in Ponca City, and mid-80s across the west and southwest by Friday afternoon. 84 in Oklahoma City, mid-80s across the far west, and your 9-day forecast showing, again, it's going to be staying dry and warm. Those overnight lows are going to be pretty nice, though, dropping down into the 50s for most nights, but it could be maybe until midweek of next week before we even get a slight chance of rain.